Going to call this meeting of the Coventry Town Council to order. Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilmember Pasqua.
Here.
Councilmember Capaldi.
Here.
Councilmember Shockley.
Here.
Vice President LeBlanc.
Here.
And President Lima is absent this evening.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. In case of an emergency, please exit the back rear doors to the left to the parking lot. Moving on to agenda item number 3, public hearings and public comment on docketed items at this time. Open up to public comment. Anybody in chambers want to speak on this evening? No? All right. Anybody on Zoom? Please raise your hand. Going once, going twice, 3 times. Public comment is closed. Agenda item number 9, ordinances. Votes may be taken. This is the first reading of ordinance number 2024-3, amending the Coventry Town Code of Ordinances, Part 2, General Legislation, 2005, Chapter 187, ponds, dams, dam structures, and recreational use. Town Solicitor, I believe that you are going to discuss this.
So, Mr. President, I'm going to read it. The ordinance, this is obviously the first reading of the ordinance. The ordinance says as follows, and this is ordinance 2024-03. It is ordained by the Town of Coventry Town Council as follows. Section 1, the Town of Coventry Code of Ordinances, Part 2, General Legislation is hereby amended by adding the following chapters and sections. Chapter 187, ponds, dams, dam structures, and recreational use. Article 1, Flat River Reservoir, aka Johnson's Pond. Section 187-1, findings, purpose, and intent. The Town Council finds that private ownership of the dam and pond at Flat River Reservoir, collectively Johnson's Pond or Pond, is untenable. Recent events have demonstrated that such ownership is inconsistent with and does not promote the preservation of public use, peace, health, safety, and welfare. The Town Council finds further that such private ownership has been detrimental to the best interests of the environment, public safety, and public use of and benefit from recreational access to the pond and the quality of life in the town of Coventry. Accordingly, the purpose of this ordinance is to acquire, maintain, and redevelop Johnson's Pond, its dam structures, and associated property to protect the environment, ensure public safety, and provide recreational facilities for and access to and public use of the pond. Section 187-2, acquisition. The town shall acquire by purchase or condemnation the dam structures, pond, and associated property at Johnson's Pond, including any and all property rights and interest acquired by Social Holdings, LLC, from the Quidnick Reservoir Company. Condemnation, if necessary, is authorized by the town's Home Rule Charter, which was authorized and approved by the Rhode Island General Assembly on November 7th, 1972, by Public Law 1973, Chapter 4, Section 2. If the town's efforts to purchase the pond are of no avail, then the solicitor is directed to take all necessary action to make the acquisition by a condemnation of the pond, dam structures, and associated property at Johnson's Pond in order to put the pond and its associated property in the public domain for public use and redevelopment. Section 187-3, ownership, operation, and maintenance. Upon acquisition, the town shall take immediate action to register with the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management as the owner of the dam. We'll get the Scrivener's errors at the next hearing. There are a few. Extend its coverage with respect to the dam structures, and pond. maintain the pond's water level, dam and dam structures in accordance with Rhode Island general laws as well as all regulations promulgated by RIDEM. Bring the dam and its structures into compliance as set forth in OCI-DAMS-23-28 issued by RIDEM on April 3, 2024. Perform any other necessary and appropriate acts in connection with the ownership, operation, and maintenance of the pond, dam structures, and associated property at Johnson's Pond. Section 187-4, redevelopment. The town shall create a public benefit for town residents by redeveloping the pond for public use that shall include but not be limited to expanded public access, boat ramps, parking, facilities, and the like for public recreation and use. Section 188-5, transfer. The town may transfer any and all of its rights to own, operate, maintain, and redevelop the pond, property, dam, and dam structures to any agency of the town whose membership is appointed by the council. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon its passage and final adoption. I should note, Mr. President, that the solicitor has signed it with a positive endorsement, and that at the conclusion of this reading, the council should set a date for public hearing to be filled in by the town clerk. Thank you.
Thank you, Solicitor. Actually, to start discussion, we need a motion to approve this resolution tonight.
You'll need a motion to approve the first reading, and discussion will occur at public comment. You'll hold a your next meeting will be a public hearing at which public comment will be solicited, and the council will debate the merits of the motion at that time.
Got it.
Like the ordinance.
Do I hear a motion to approve the first reading of this ordinance?
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a first and a second. Any discussion? I just have one comment, Solicitor. Row 79, I believe it should be section 187-5. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, we had a couple of versions that went back and forth. We're going to take a hard look at this.
Got it.
one,
Okay,
so,
we can pass on that. I just wanted to call it out.
Thank you.
Hearing no other discussion, clerk, please take the roll.
Councilmember Pasqua.
Yes.
Councilmember Capaldi.
Yes.
Councilmember Shockley.
Yes.
Vice President LeBlanc.
Yes.
4 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative. Motion passes.
Thank you, Council Clerk. All right, agenda item number 13, public comment for undocketed items. Any public comment on undocketed items this evening? Council chambers, not seeing any. Any public comment on Zoom? Please raise your hand. State your name and your address. Going once, going twice, 3 times. Public comment is closed. Do I hear a motion to adjourn at,
Question.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, sorry. Town manager, do we have a date for the public hearing?
The next meeting is May 14th, Tuesday, May 14th.
Tuesday,
at
May
6
14th?
PM. Yes.
Okay,
Does public hearing and approval or consideration? Make a motion for May 14th for consideration.
all right. Oh, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none, clerk, please take the roll.
Councilmember Pasqua.
Yes.
Councilmember Capaldi.
Yes.
Councilmember Shockley.
Yes.
Vice President LeBlanc.
Yes,
4 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative. Motion passes.
all right. Make a motion to adjourn at 5:42 PM.
I'll second it.
All right. All in favor, say aye.